This is how it looks without a filter. This is how it looks with a filter, and this is how my face usually looks without anything applied on it. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I usually mix coconut oil with olive oil and put it in a container and apply it all over my face as a moisturizer. Sometimes I use 100% coconut oil as a lip moisturizer, and sometimes I put it all over my face as a moisturizer. Then I use my setting spray, and then I fan and set it into my skin, let it dry down. I purchased this castor oil off Amazon, and it came with these two contraptions here. So I use one for my eyelashes, and then I use my sponge and I press it into my skin, then I fan it to dry it down, and then I apply my other primer. And with this primer, it just blurs everything out. I love this primer. So I usually put it all over my skin, and anything I do to my face, I also do to my neck. If my hair is shorter, I also put it at the back of my neck. Then I use my setting spray again and fan it down. This will be something I do constantly throughout the video. Then I use my sponge and I press it in. This used to be a mascara, but it dried out, so I started using it for my eyebrows. And I do have two other videos where I do my eyebrows, but I slowed it down a bit so you could see in this one. So the first thing that I usually do is have a good foundation for my eyebrows. I still don't quite know how to do eyebrows, but hey, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it. I'm learning and I've accepted that. So the first thing that I usually do is have a good foundation for my brows, and then it makes it super easy to draw the lines. Then I have a very sharp pencil, so the lines kind of go as thin as possible, and then I can work my way, you know, making it thicker or thinner or whatever. When it's also sharper, you have a better chance at getting the hairs looking right, I guess, or fake hairs. So yeah, so this is how I usually do my eyebrows. So here, you know, it takes a little fidgeting to get your eyebrows right. So if you're not getting it right, it's perfectly fine. I've been doing my eyebrows pretty much the same for a lot of years, and I gave up doing it for a long time. And recently I started doing it like this, and I like it, so I'm just working with it for now. I usually go ahead with the spoolie and try to blend it out as best as I possibly can to match my hairs and, well, my eyebrows, and it kind of looks like a tint when it's washed off. Like my eyebrows look black when I wash my face afterwards. So I usually brush it into the hairs on my eyebrows. I usually brush my eyebrows in, and it eventually looks like that. So oh well. So this is a NYX concealer container, but I put foundation in it, so this is actually foundation I put in it. My concealer is finished, so I use, well, I have more concealers, but I just put foundation in this one because I love the brush that it came with, and it just makes it so much easier to apply my, well, make the eyebrows look decent, I guess. Cut them out. So I just continue like this for a while. I just wanted to include this section of the video. I know it made the video a lot longer along with another section there when I did my lips, but I just wanted to show exactly what I did to get my eyebrows the way that I did as a beginner, because I'm still learning and I'll learn for the rest of my life, but that's how I'm doing it right now while I'm learning. So here I kind of messed it up a little bit. I tried a different kind of concealers along the way, but yeah, again, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it. So anyway, so I used my setting spray again and I fanned it down to let it dry down a little bit. Then I applied some concealers. I kind of stopped doing my concealer like this, which I'll show later on in the video, but for a base, sometimes I mix concealers and do it like this. This is something too, again with the setting spray, and then I tap it into my skin. This is something that I don't really do that often anymore, where I contour crazily like I did back in the day when I did makeup a few years ago. I have a double chin. I really don't care anymore. It's there, and the only way to lose it is if I lose weight and go to the gym and work and be patient with myself in that sense. So I already know I have a double chin. It's not covering it up. It's not gonna work for me. So anyway, so I tried to go back in with a pencil to fix the brow. It didn't work out either. It is what it is. Now I'm trying to find a foundation that matches my skin tone, and it's winter time now, so my foundation is a little bit lighter than it would be in summer when I have a little darker tan. So I went in with my, I can't remember the name of this sponge. What's it called? I don't remember, but sponge. Let's go with sponge for now. And I usually use a lot less foundation because I noticed that when I use less foundation, my makeup not only lasts longer, but it doesn't feel as heavy on my skin. I eventually added way too much makeup, but it's fine. It's okay. So right now I'm just using a pencil, the same pencil I used to do my eyebrows, and I try to draw as closely as I can to my lash line, as close as I possibly can, and then I use my finger to tap on it, and it blends out the black eyeliner, so it looks thin. Back in the day, I used to stretch my eyes like this in order to do my eyeliner, but anything you do to one eye, try to do it to the other eye in the same way, because it will change the way the makeup eventually turns out. So here you see the line is a lot thicker because I stretched my eye. So this is all I do. I just keep tapping to blend it out. Now, usually when I do my bottom lashes, same thing with the top ones, I try to follow as closely as I can to my eyelashes, not my inner waterline, my eyelashes, because that way it darkens the black mascara when I put it on later on. Sometimes when I do my eyelashes, I go to the center of my eye. Sometimes I go all the way to the inner corner. It just depends on the look that you're going for. So yeah, so then I apply my setting spray, then I fan it, and then I start with my contour. Now I'm showing you how I used to apply contour. I used to apply it like this, but I changed the way I applied it because I have big cheeks. I have puffy cheeks, so when my cheek looks like that, it doesn't really help when I put the contour like that. So eventually I did show you what I did. So I have to tap it in because I noticed that I started seeing some creasing, which I always have creasing at my smile lines because I smile and laugh a lot throughout the videos, and I have music playing in the background, so I'm singing along too. It always happens to me. It doesn't matter how I do it. So anyway, so I was looking for a brown pencil to do my lips. When I'm going for a more natural lip, I found this pinkish purplish shade that kind of looks similar to my lip color. So I usually sharpen the pencil. I have to use a sharp pencil so the lines come out as smooth and easy as possible. And then I just use my finger and I blend it into my lips. So this is when I'm going for a more natural, simpler lip, and then sometimes I put lip gloss, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just leave it as is. So this is when I started to change how I contour. So I usually take the contour from the bottom and apply it on my cheekbones because I have high cheekbones, so I want to highlight my cheekbones, and applying the contour higher just makes my face look the way I want it to. So I've had this lipstick for a minute and I love this lipstick. I use it as a blush too. I did change the color of my lips later on in the video to red because I felt like, okay, red might look better, and it did look better, I think. I don't know, or I should have left, I don't know, whatever. So I use this pink lipstick sometimes as a blush, and I love it so much. It's so pretty. I don't know why I applied it to my nose. That wasn't the look I was going for, but it is what it is. Look how beautiful it blends. It blends beautifully. I love it. So I just kept doing that. Now time for eyelashes. Be patient with yourself with eyelashes. Some people say leave on the glue that it comes with. It makes it easier to apply the eyelashes. For me, when the glue is on the lash, it doesn't look good in the end for me because I blink a lot in videos when I make videos and stuff. So it doesn't look very seamless when I do that. So for my eyelashes now, what I'm doing right now, I'm applying a eyeliner and I'm just following the line that I did with the pencil. So again, as closely as I possibly can to my eyelash, that's how I apply my eyeliner. And I just try to go, you can draw hyphens across your eyelid and then turn it into a dash. And that's exactly what it is. Just draw shorter lines going across your eyeline, or draw longer and then draw longer lines to connect them. And I actually loved how this looked, just simple. Sometimes I do my eyeliner like that too. So yeah, so with the eyelashes, you just be patient with yourself. You could use a tweezer. If you're applying your eyelashes, which I prefer applying my eyelashes under my own eyelashes, my natural eyelashes, because it just looks more natural that way for me. When I apply it like that, you should let the glue dry down a bit. I didn't, and it gave me a little trouble, but it came out beautiful. It took some time, but it came out beautiful. So that's what I did. I just applied the glue like that, and it took a lot of time because you have to press it and try to seal your lashes with those lashes, the fake lashes. I did the other eyelash differently. Yeah, that's what I should have done. Apply oil to your tweezer if you're gonna use, your tweezer to do your eyelashes. It prevents the glue from sticking to you or anything else. I had to speed up the video quite a lot. I don't like doing that, but I'm trying to make shorter videos, but some things you really can't speed up. With eyelashes, when I'm applying the eyelash under, I gave up. When I start applying the eyelashes under my eyes, I usually put the glue on top of the lashes. If I'm applying the eyelashes above my natural lashes, then I would apply the glue under the fake eyelash. So now I'm showing you the opposite way. This is another way that I usually do my eyelashes. I would put them on top. When I used to do it back in the day, I would follow the eyeliner and put the eyelashes on the eyeliner area so it doesn't pull my lashes out. I have naturally beautiful lashes that I love dearly and I don't want to lose them. So anyway, yeah. But I don't do that anymore. Again, I apply as closely as I possibly can to my eyelashes. Here I noticed that my face just looked darker for some reason, or lighter around some areas, so I was trying to fix that. Eventually I did with bronzer, but it's fine. It worked out in the end. So right now I use black eyeshadow to blend in my eyelashes with the fake eyelashes. And I'm just retracing the line that I follow with the pencil that I did before. Sometimes when I do my eye makeup, I use the sponge and I blend in the lines at the end. So that way it kind of looks blurry, or more seamless, I think, or softer. And eventually, guys, I will shorten my videos, but I just want to make sure that I include certain steps that are a little trickier for a beginner. And I just want to make sure that everything's included, because sometimes I do rewatch my videos and it helps me a lot to see exactly what I did when I did it. So right now I'm just, yeah. One of my eyes just looks bigger than the other, maybe because of how I applied the eyelashes. So after I use my eyeliner, I go in with my mascara. I do have a eyelash thickener thing that I use. It's just a black mascara that thickens, it says, your eyelashes. And then I go in with the mascara and I do top lashes and bottom lashes. Sometimes I also do this. I press into my eyelashes. If I'm wearing fake lashes, sometimes I press into, blend it in. Try to use the mascara to blend in the eyelashes. And I don't like when my eyelashes are clumpy. So if I add too much mascara, then I go back in and I try to remove it as best as I possibly can. So right now I'm just trying to even out my eyes because one of them looks bigger than the other, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the way I applied the eyelashes, but it's fine. Sometimes I go in with one of these fluffy looking brushes. I don't know what you call these brushes. It's been years and I still don't know. And I just use it to blend out my eyeshadow at the bottom there. Yeah, I just give up. And usually I go slightly above where the the fake eyelashes are, to make my eyeliner a little bit thicker. And sometimes I make the wing a lot longer, sometimes I make it a lot thicker. So what I usually do, again, you just take your time with it, but I take my time. That's all I can say. I take my time with the eyeliner. I go as thinly as I possibly can at first, and then if I need to make it thicker, then I do. So this, again, you can just take your time. Draw hyphens as closely as you can to where the eyelashes are. And it doesn't matter if it spoils a little bit where you see, okay, this looks a little bit too thick. It's fine. You can make it even thicker. You can make it thinner. I usually turn the eyeliner wand on the side to get certain angles. Sometimes I go in my inner eye corner with, it just depends on what you're going for with the look, to be honest. I don't know what I was going for with the look I started, but wherever it ends up, that's where it ends up. So sometimes this is what I end up doing. Now I'm getting the highlighter and I always apply it to the top, the highest part of my cheekbone. So this is the highest part of my cheekbones, and usually when I take photos, I want the highest part of my face to be highlighted. So sometimes I put it on my cheekbones. I used to put it all over my cheeks, but I don't do that anymore. And for my nose, I usually go in with a dark brown pencil, or as closely as I can to my skin tone. I couldn't find the one closely to my skin tone, so I'm using the dark brown pencil that I have. And I usually draw a line as closely as I possibly can. I already know that I have a broad nostril and big, a wider nose. So this is how I usually do my nose contour. I don't try to make my nose smaller. I just try to highlight the parts of my nose that just define. I already have a wide nose. There's nothing I can do about it. So this is what I usually do with my nose contour. Let's put contour in quotation. Then I go in with the sponge to kind of just blend it outward. Blend the line outward as best as I possibly can and leave it like that. Because somebody told me years ago that I have a cute button nose, and I have accepted it. It's true. I have an adorable button nose. So now I just go in with my contour stick, and I just highlight the parts that I usually eventually see in pictures. So I just highlight those parts of my nose, and that's it. That's all I do for my nose. And I love it like that. Then I go in with the contour with the tiniest brush I can find, and I just put it exactly on top of the contour area, and I leave it like that. Sometimes I go back in with my finger and I just blend it out, or I use the sponge. Why can't I remember what a sponge is called? I'm not even gonna go look. Sometimes I put my highlighter in my inner eye corner. Sometimes I put it in my lower corner. Sometimes I put it all over my eyelid. It just depends. I love how gold looks on my skin. I love gold jewelry. I love gold anything. So I love having a lighter under eye. So I'm just going in with the lightest possible shade that I have. I'm using my, what do you call that? Setting spray, and then I use the fan and just fan it in. And then I usually blend it outwards, above my cheekbones as high as I possibly can, and leave it like that. But I'll keep going in. Sometimes I have to tweak it because I eventually bring it down too low or I eventually bring it too high, and I just have to go in with bronzer and correct it. But it's perfectly fine. It doesn't bother me at all. Um, this video kind of felt like I was putting all my tips in the one video, and I don't even remember what some of those tips are. Then I went in with the bronzer, and oh my god, I put too much. I rubbed it too much there. Here this is how I do my contour. This is how I just leave it like that. The highest part of my face, which are my cheekbones. I have high cheekbones, and that's usually where I put it. Then I usually use the same bronzer. Sometimes I use eyeshadow, and I put it above my eyeliner. And I kind of just blend it out eventually with my fingers, or I use a fluffy brush. I love how browns look on my skin. I love how gold looks on my skin. I've tried green eyeliner before and it looked cute. I liked it, but it had like a shimmer in it. I tried orange. I tried pink, and I'm okay with using those colors, but I usually stick to darker colors for some reason. So yeah, so I went in with black above the on top of the brown, and then I went in with this gold eyeshadow. And you can use any eyeshadow that you have, any foundation that you have, just use any makeup that you have. I forgot to say that in the beginning, but if you've got this far in the video, thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And this is how I usually do the contour part. So I usually go in with the highlighter a little higher, but it is what it is. I left it like that. And again, I don't have a snatched jawline, so it is what it is. Right at this point, all I'm trying to do is, and this was a mistake, I should not have went in with powder. A tip that I learned a long time ago, I would prefer using creams on my skin rather than powders, because powders always make my skin either crack. The makeup just always eventually cracks, but it is, again, what it is. So I usually do this when I bake, but I don't bake anymore. I don't know why I did this, but it's fine. It's fine. So I had to keep going in with more bronzer and then more powder and then more, and it just kept going in a circle. So sometimes you get to a point and you should just leave it there. But anyway, so thanks a lot for getting to this point in the video, guys. I really appreciate it. I will try my best to make shorter videos. I really appreciate y'all watching and following and subscribing and liking and commenting. I really appreciate it. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Yeah, so I had to keep going back and forth with fixing it, but eventually I would say the makeup came out great. I've always done a good job, I think, with doing makeup the best way I know I possibly can. So just be patient with yourself. It won't be perfect at first. It probably won't be perfect 10 million years from now. Or well, let's be realistic. 5 years from now. But just be patient with yourself. Sometimes it comes out good, sometimes it comes out okay. It's perfectly fine. So thanks a lot again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope y'all have a good one. Bye.